Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back once again to SPW. I'm your host, Nick, and tonight, if you couldn't notice already, we are in a new arena. It is our Joker's Funhouse arena, and, I may not be doing superheroes and villains right now, just this month, but, we can't stray too far from the formula. That's what we do here on SPW. But coming down to the ring, you may recognize this fellow. Obviously all month long we've been doing movie monsters, and this one is, one of the more successful franchises in movie monster history. You gotta give props where they're due. Ghostface from the Scream franchise, coming down to the ring, 5'10", weighing 173 pounds. Really, who knows who's under that mask? I mean, it's been, like Skeet Ulrich? And there's quite a few people that have been Ghostface. I guess, spoiler alert, well after it's due. But if you didn't know by now, it's fine. It's just different every time. That's the fun. That's the fun of Ghostface. But incidentally, definitely, you probably see him every year on Halloween. It's one of the cheaper costumes you can do, I'll be honest. So you gotta love it for its practicality. But also, I'm loving this arena. This is our first time here, and this feels fairly appropriate because, obviously, Ghostface coming down, he's very monochromatic, but also his opponent is very monochromatic as well. So I felt like I should, juxtapose that with a very colorful arena. So, yeah, that's what we've got going on. It's a monochromatic movie monster matchup. That's hard to say. Try and say that 10 times fast. But Ghostface, obviously, my wife watched these recently, therefore I watched them off and on. I was in and out, but it's fine because I've seen them enough where it's like, the whole movie, you can just like jump in on scenes and then jump out, and you feel like you're still just watching it. It's cool. Those are the Scream movies. It's like I've seen them all already, but they're still fun. But yeah, at any rate, like I said, who would we have him going up against? I already said monochromatic, but not Terrifier, per se, but from the movie franchise Terrifier. Obviously, he's been blowing up. Really, he beat out Joker 2. More that Joker 2 was a bit of a flop. But as far as clown-on-clown violence, so far, apparently, Art the Clown here has come out ahead of the Joker. That impresses even me. But Art the Clown coming down 6'4", 158 pounds. Oh, wow. Look at that face. I mean, that's pretty good. That's just right out of the movie. But, I've made it known on the channel, even though all month long we've been doing, basically, Ghostface is blocking the camera. How about that? All month long we've been doing movie monsters, but this is one that's definitely new on the scene and a force to be reckoned with. I mean, he's basically had like a movie come out a year. I mean, that's what you gotta love about horror movies. And the director, writer, producer, creator, that guy, he's smart. He's figured out a franchise. Just keep rolling with it. You can make 100 of these things. I'm not super big on the uber violence of those movies, but at the same time, oh wow, look at that ring moving. How about that? But sorry, I was drifted off a little bit by like I said, had to balance out the monochromatic color of these two. Even though I feel like, look at Art the Clown sporting the Santa Claus hat from Terrifier 3. That obviously is in theaters right now. Go out and see it if you haven't. Always try and support cinema, especially when it's not just like billion-dollar ridiculousness that most of cinema is these days. This is low-budget stuff, but and it seems like you gotta love Terrifier because of the fact that it did exactly that. I mean, that's the people that make horror films are not doing it with very much money. It's usually somewhat obvious in the end result, but at the same time, I love that it's still set. We can all get on board, and movies are meant to be fun. So even though it's super violent, and that may not be your thing, it's not necessarily my thing. Don't get me wrong. I have a fighting channel, so I'm totally okay with it. Speaking of fighting, right now, I was talking about Terrifier. He was doing great, and then as soon as I hyped him up too much, Ghostface turned it around. But now, Art the Clown on the attack once again. I really should try and stay focused on the action. But at the same time, yeah, just props where props is due. Terrifier 3 and the whole franchise, it's always fun to see new horror, monsters that are recognizable like this. So, oh, here we go. What do we have in store? Look at this! Art the Clown! I mean, he is a high flyer, but oh! Ghostface dives out of the way at the last second, and Art the Clown definitely did himself a disservice just then. Both of these guys, I mean, very, kind of, actually, I hadn't even thought about that, but they're both kind of the new wave of horror, if you think about it. Scream was the first of the, you know, kind of fourth wall breaking, you know, just making fun of itself kind of a horror franchise. And I shouldn't say making fun of itself, because Evil Dead did that before. But I just mean that Scream was very aware of itself, and that's why, you know, they created the whole rules of a horror movie. And yeah, so that's very new age kind of stuff for cinema, incidentally, but also definitely for horror films. But now, like, Art the Clown is one of those characters who's definitely more, he's almost an anti-hero, which I do enjoy about that whole franchise. You just gotta love the fact that, you know, you gotta love a villain that you want to root for, and that's why I love the Joker. Obviously, if you've been following the channel, I'm a big fan of clowns. It comes out every time I laugh, and I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. You don't get to control your joy noise. But, oh, I should have mentioned, by the way, if I hadn't already, they've already been using weapons, but of course this is a hardcore match. And right now, Sledgehammer being put to good use by Ghostface. Oh! Backspinning heel kick from Art the Clown. Knocks out Ghostface. How about that? And Art the Clown, I mean, you almost expected there to be a trash bag under the ring, but instead he's just going with a trash can. So, kind of sticking with the theme there. I always appreciate that. But, stomps now being applied. I mean, really, it looks like Ghostface has kind of been more on the receiving end, but now that they're outside the ring and utilizing weapons, they are definitely making their presence known. And I say they because who knows who's inside that mask? It's been a man, it's been men and women. So just, I mean, again, spoiler alert. But there's been, like, 5? Is there 5 Screams? Leave a comment. Let me know. Remind me. I definitely don't think I've seen them all. All right, here we go. First pinfall. 1, 2, and ooh, that was closer than I would have thought for the first pinfall of the match. No, once again, thanks to the 2K community. I almost said the W2. Is it tax season? I think it's getting close. Oh, look at this! Look at that, the most electrifying move in sports entertainment being applied by Art the Clown. And he thought he had it. I mean, it's hard to tell, that expression on his face. It's like it's always a smile. I mean, was he frowning? It looked like he was frowning while smiling. I don't know, it's like a frowl or a smown. You let me know. Oh, but right now, table. Oh, a table and a ladder now. How about this? Both opponents putting weapons in the ring. But Art the Clown, oh, drop kicks under the ropes and then dive bombs over them. How about that? And landing a knee to the chin into the very long chin. You know, like, Ghostface is one of those guys you walk up to and you're like, hey, why the long face? At least if you spoke, which the Terrifier doesn't. Art the Clown is more of a mime. The creator even said that he's basically, you know, like Freddy Krueger mixed with Jason. So, you know, just the strong silent type, but creative and funny like Freddy Krueger. Which, I dig it. That's cool. But anyways, rolling Ghostface back into the ring, going for even more weapons, as if there's not enough in the ring already. But now has a chair. What's he got planned? Wedges it into the turnbuckle. We'll see if he is... I feel like most people that have tried that on the channel, they end up running into it themselves. So let's see if he has any more luck than everybody else. Ooh, look at this. Repeated clotheslines, repeated dodges, and the third one does the trick. Now Ghostface gets the trash can. I love it. Talked about on the channel, Danny DeVito's Trash Man. Maybe one day we'll see him on the channel just for fun. Who would you like to see face off against Danny DeVito's Trash Man? Leave me a comment. That would be good fun. We're almost done with the October Monster Halloween thing. And don't get me wrong, we'll get back to our normal formula, but I'm always open to ideas. And I do love It's Always Sunny. So, you know. And, incidentally, Danny DeVito in any way, shape, or form. So, you can't go wrong. But who would you like to see Danny DeVito fight on SPW? Oh, I'm excited. That'll have to happen. Down the road, we'll see. I've got plenty going on. Oh, what just happened? Art the Clown spits in the face of Ghostface. 1, 2, 3! And that does it! Who knows what that green mist was? Good golly. Or boom goes the dynamite, you might say. Wow! Look at that! Reigning supreme in theaters and in the ring in SPW. Art the Clown, Terrifier. Terrifier free, go see it. Yeah, how about that? You gotta love, a mime. I don't know. I like mimes. Is that weird? I don't know. Let me know. Leave a comment. Do the thing. By the way, if you've stuck around, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. But we've already, I mean, gosh, it's been crazy. Over 100 subscribers. We have one video that's over 6,000 views. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Everybody out there in YouTube land, it's been cool. Above my wildest expectations already. So thank you. I appreciate it. But like I said, we've got more action coming up. It's still October. We've got more monsters coming, leading up to something coming out on Halloween. So that'll be fun. Until then, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Good night.